Hello, my beautiful buds. Welcome back to my channel, Sprouts with Joy. My name is Joy, and if you like to talk about plants, you're in the right place. Today we're gonna do something that I have been putting off for a while now, and that is cleaning out my greenhouse cabinet, redoing the weather stripping, taking out all the plants, cleaning everything, cleaning the fan, and just generally reevaluating the setup. I don't know that I'm completely ready to change this setup at the moment. I might rearrange some of the plants in there, but I just need to address it because I've noticed that the humidity levels have been dropping pretty significantly. The weather stripping is coming loose. And you know, it's been like a year and a half since I set the whole thing up. I did it in April of 2023, I believe. Actually, here, I do want to show you kind of the general state of the cabinet first, and then from there, I'll empty it out and we'll kind of see what needs to get done, okay? This is kind of more what the cabinet looks like up close. And you know, it's pretty, but it is also absolutely just crammed full. I did recently reorganize it a little bit, but I feel like I didn't fully do what needs to be done. Let's open her up. I mean, this glass, oh, so gross, so smudged up. I don't know the last time I've cleaned the glass. This weather stripping right here is coming loose. This is what I have on the door. It's like a special kind, which I hope that I have enough of this. I bought new weather stripping of the foam kind. Yeah, this is just coming loose. That fan, so dusty. It's not great. Definitely probably isn't as effective, and I might need to look into getting a new fan or maybe putting up a second fan over here because I've noticed some spots on some of my anthurium, and I think it might be an airflow issue. Also, this plant has just continued to grow with almost all white leaves. Oh, I need to address this as well, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do that later in this video. It depends on how much time I have. In general, it's kind of fine. I mean, we're surviving over here, but it is very dirty. In general, it just feels disorganized, dirty. The weather stripping is really killing me. Like, it's gonna be satisfying to pull all that out. So let's take all these plants out. I'm definitely gonna have to be kind of speedy over here because I only really have as long as my son will sleep, which, speaking of sleep, oh my gosh, my poor family, we're all so exhausted. My son, he's 2 years old, he figured out how to climb out of his crib. So we've had to transition him to a toddler bed somewhat prematurely, and it's not going well. He's waking up like 5 times a night, and bedtime has been excruciating. Like, he's been going to bed, like really pushing it until like 10 or 11 at night. Like, his normal bedtime is like 8 p.m., but he's been pushing it, not going to bed till super late, and then he wakes up at like 5 or 6, which is not sustainable for any of us. My son is super crabby, my husband and I are exhausted, and my daughter is also pretty tired because, you know, and all the excitement of it. She hasn't been sleeping quite as well as normal either. So yeah, we're struggling this week. This has been going on the whole week, and I just hope that we're able to solve this problem sooner rather than later. But yeah, we're kind of dying over here. It's not great. My son, it took like an hour to get him down for his nap today before I could start filming this video, so I'm kind of already feeling a little bit crunched for time because I'm not having as much time as I thought I would, because I also have to get my daughter from preschool at 2:30, and it's 12:30 right now. So we've got like a couple of hours, which should be enough time, but you know, who knows? I just hope that my son sleeps this whole time rather than wakes up in the middle of it and then just kind of makes it all complicated. I do kind of want to look at a few of these plants with you and update you on them because some of them are doing great. Some of them are doing not so great. I'm also gonna have to move these a little bit more. Okay, before we continue on, I do want to show you a few little updates with some of these plants. This right here is my Hoya Wilbur Graves China, is that what it is? I got this as a cutting on impulse a while ago, but now it has 2 new leaves because I got it and it was lightly rooted and it only had the 1 leaf, but now it's put out these 2 leaves, which is so adorable. I love it. This is my Hoya compacta Monaloa that also has a new leaf. I don't know how you can see it, but it's like the extra dark one. It's so cute. My Alocasia Frydek has a new leaf coming in. So happy. And overall, still doing pretty solid. This Hoya was in my favorites list and it had like multiple new leaves, but I just wanted to update you on what the new leaves look like. Is that not so sweet? I love the way that these new leaves look. They look so good. They're so fresh. There's another one right there. Oh my gosh. And this is another. So there were like 3 new leaves and they all look really, really good. I did get a comment though so I purchased this as a Hoya calistophylla, but someone was thinking that this is like a Hoya finlaysonii or something different from the calistophylla. So I don't know. Provide input if you want. What's the consensus? Is this a calistophylla or is this something different? I don't have a finlaysonii, so like I can't like directly compare the 2. There's a new leaf just starting to emerge on my Alocasia cuprea, which is exciting. This is my Anthurium crystallinum crossed with papillimum. This one has not been doing well. It did so well for the longest time, but recently, like this leaf is dying off right now, and you know, there isn't really a new leaf in sight, which is concerning to me. This leaf, I think, was maybe the newest one it put out, and it just does not look good at all. So yeah, not happy about that. Although maybe I'm just not watering it enough. I don't know. The root system looks pretty good. Which, I'm so annoyed about this one because this one was doing like amazing for the longest time and now it's really declining. New leaf on my Syngonium strawberry milk, which is cute. And this one, I feel like I can never get a read on. Like sometimes it does fantastic and other times it just like loses all of its leaves. So I don't know. I did end up repotting this Alocasia, what was it? Alocasia Okinawa Silver. Okay, I just had to like dive into the deep recesses of my memory to recall that. Yeah, I repotted it and it immediately gave me a new leaf. This is the newest leaf. Is that not so cute? But yeah, I'm telling you, man, Alocasia and no drainage or self-watering pots. Like literally, this was not doing so well. I put it into no drainage and now like just immediately new growth. It's so happy. I don't know, if your Alocasias are really not doing well, it's worth just trying it, I guess. Okay, I have other things, but I'm realizing that I'm kind of out of time. I really need to move on. Okay, I think first I'm honestly just gonna like rip out all of this stuff. This is the weather stripping that holds in the humidity, but you know, it needs to be replaced every so often. It's not coming off as easily as I'd hoped. Yeah, there's like residue right here. I'm just gonna have to somehow deal with that. I don't know. The weather stripping on the bottom is holding up fine here. It's more so the ones on the side. So this right here is the fan, and that's so gross. Like, I don't know how well you can see that, but not great. I don't know if I know the best way to clean something like this. I know there's like stuff that you can like spray to clean, I guess, technological type stuff. Hang on, let me look this up really fast because I was gonna just take like a rag to it, but I don't want to do that if it's gonna break it. Okay, I looked it up and I was right. You can use like compressed air cans to get rid of the excess dust, and that is recommended, but I don't have one of those. So alternatively, I'm going to use a rubbing alcohol and a microfiber cloth and cotton swabs and hope for the best. This is a little gross, not gonna lie. The nice part about the cotton swabs is that they kind of help you get really in there. Oh, so gross. Okay, PSA, if you haven't cleaned your greenhouse fans lately, maybe add that to your chore list alongside the bottom tier of cleaning humidifiers as like, you know, probably quite possibly one of the least favorite plant chores you can do. Oh, this is literally gross. I feel like I need to censor this. There's so much like grime and dust on here. Ugh. If you do this, I would definitely recommend the compressed air can method because that seems potentially nicer to deal with than whatever the heck I'm doing. The things that we do for our plants though, right? That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just like getting into every nook and cranny that I possibly can. I need more cotton swabs. Okay, I can't say that it's like utterly perfect, but I feel like that is significantly better than what it was at before. So like, I will take it. But now I have disgusting residue everywhere. Okay, I'm going to kind of let that dry out a little bit. In the meantime, I do have quite a few plants that need to be watered that were in the cabinet. I'm gonna need to bring them all downstairs to water them though, because my son sleeps in a room that's right next to the bathroom, like the upstairs bathroom, and I don't want to wake him up going back and forth and watering plants in that bathroom and talking and that sort of thing. So yeah, we're gonna be making a lot of trips up and down the stairs, but it'll be worth it because plants will be watered and I'll get exercise, I guess. I've just decided that I want to fertilize all of the plants that I'm watering right now because it's been a while and I think it might help them, especially going into winter, kind of as they have like their last real growth spurt before they kind of probably settle down a bit. So I just use organic fertilizer. And for these plants that are in self-watering pots, I don't like water them all the way. I don't fully saturate the soil, but I will just kind of water them a little bit just to let that fertilizer soak in, and then I'll add water to the reservoir. No! I feel like I always overfill them. course I still did it. I just realized I forgot to put my hat back on. I took it off for a second because it was getting a little bit hot. But I have a serious case of, you know, hat hair. And I want to wear my hat. See, this is no drainage. And I just fill it up until, you know, it flows and fills up in the bottom here, just to where the lecca is. So I'll give it just a little bit more water. I don't know if you can even see that, to be honest, but just trust me. I only filled it up to where the lecca ends. Oh guys, I'm feeling the afternoon slump right now. It does not help that I've been horribly sleep deprived recently, but it just like hit me all of a sudden, so give me a second. On a more positive note though, I do want to share a victory. So my calves are killing me right now, especially as I've been like walking up and down the stairs with these plants, which like is not the good thing. But the reason that my calves are killing me is that I ran in a 5K race a couple days ago and I got my PR in the 5K, which was like about 25.5 minutes, which averages out to like 8 minutes and 14 seconds per mile roughly. I mean, it was a really small like local race, so I got #1 for females and 5th overall. So I was really happy with that. Maybe you've been following me a little bit on my running journey. It started in May. I never thought I would be a runner. So this is your sign that if you've always wanted to try something but didn't think that you would like do well at it, or you weren't sure if you'd like it, I don't know, just try it. You know, be it like a sport or, I don't know, backpacking or something artsy or playing an instrument. I don't know, just like experiment with your hobbies, go outside your comfort zone, and you might discover something that you really enjoy. Because I found that I really enjoy running, and I feel like it's been a really good stress reliever for me. I think I just didn't realize like how much stress I was holding in my body from being a stay-at-home mom and also like working a part-time job and also having YouTube and everything else on top of that. Finding time and space to run has been really healthy for me. Even though like right now I'm kind of sore, in general, like I've felt more capable to tackle the day, like just stronger in general. So yeah, I think that that's been a really good experience. And that was just like, I don't know, I just wanted to share like a little small victory. I know, so like if you're like a real, like a runner, like an elite runner, like people will run 5Ks in under 20 minutes, which is crazy to me. I can't really wrap my mind around that. I was very happy with my 25 minutes. So I know I'm not like anywhere near an incredible runner or anything, but on a local level, I did pretty well. Yeah, that's my encouragement for the day. The other thing is I need to figure out what to do with this plant. So if you don't know, I took a cutting to give away to a friend. I prayed it wouldn't revert on me, but God did not answer my prayer because it did in fact revert on me, and it has put off so many white leaves, it's ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 leaves. Oh my gosh. It has literally put off 7 just nearly pure white leaves with small bits of green here and there. And it's still kicking. It's still growing, which is good, but also like that's totally not sustainable. So like at the moment it looks pretty, but once these green leaves die off, it's gonna be bad news. So I think I need to act. I think I just need to chop all of these white leaves off, which makes me sad because they're pretty, you know, but they're not what I'm looking for. They're not what I need. So I'm gonna trim them off and then maybe take like 2 cuttings down here and then let the rest, maybe just leave the plant as is and let it grow. I don't know, guys. I'm honestly like not looking forward to this at all, but I'm just gonna do it right now because I may as well. So yeah, this is really sad. I just have to do it. I must do it. Okay. That's so sad. Maybe I am, look at all of that. All of that just gone, wasted growth. But you know, it's just not sustainable. Like this is not going to grow a plant. And if you don't know, I mean, there's like a little bit of green on the stem portion. I don't know how well you can see that. Just a little bit. As beautiful as these leaves are, like, oh my gosh, hang on, I just do need to document. That is such a beautiful leaf. These are really pretty. So maybe I'll like take a couple of pictures of these, but for the most part, I don't really know that I'm gonna keep any of it because it'll just put off more white leaves. So, and what we're going to hope for is that the growth point that activates will have both green and white colors in it. Like it'll have a balanced amount of variegation. That is the hope. I'm gonna just spray this because I spotted a mealybug and I've been dealing with those here and there in my collection. And you know, they just know where to hide. So anyway, but okay, so the challenging part is, so with this leaf, this is where I cut it before. And then it activated a growth point right here. So like this could be a spent node, but I don't really know for sure. So I'm just gonna try anyways, just for funsies, and hope that it's not a spent node. Just so that you can see what it looks like. So I cut it here, and then the auxiliary bud that activated on this side, on the white portion. And now there is another auxiliary bud on this plant, like on this cutting right here, but it is like all white. I don't know how you can see that even. It's really hard to make out. So I don't see another one here, but you know, I'm just gonna try it just for fun, see what happens. Probably not gonna do anything. So that's where I'm gonna cut down even further. Let's see with this one, like I don't see where the auxiliary bud is. I hope it has one, but yep. And then I am gonna make another cut, I think. I hate to do it, but like, I think I need to. And I think I might stop there. I don't wanna go too far or too crazy. I don't know. We'll see if any of these cuttings produce anything. I really hope that they do. Give me leaves that are, you know, look like this and not like this, or completely green. Like that would be great. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. And then from here, in theory, I mean, it should put off more growth from the main mama plant. But yeah, it's a bummer. This is a tough plant to keep growing the way that you want it to grow. Last plant is my Velvet Halomicans, which I'm kind of halfway tempted to repot right here, right now, because like, why not? What do we have to lose? Nothing. I also need to add more moss to the top of the pole. But yeah, I'm just pretty sure it's really desperate for a repot. So let's do it. So long story short, I lost a bunch of footage because my camera pooped out on me, but I repotted this plant and added more moss to the top. So hopefully this plant will be happier, I guess. This is my Velvet Halomicans, but yeah, that kind of sucks. That was like 10 minutes of footage right there. And I also put these cuttings into sphagnum moss. So we'll see how they do. But now it's time to bring all of the plants back upstairs and finish working on the greenhouse cabinet. Oh my goodness, my room is such a disaster of like plants and stuff everywhere. And I am so excited to have everything back to normal and clean and ready to go. So this is what I had remaining of this type of, why can't I remember the name? You know, adhesive to block the gaps. I literally used it earlier in this video. So I don't think this is gonna be long enough to cover like the entire length of the cabinet like I had before, which is unfortunate, but also since this is so old, it might not work as well. So I might need to go out and buy more of this stuff. This is a very specific kind that is good for like this gap here. Oh, that's gonna take some getting used to. I put it on this side so that, I don't know, just in case the adhesive on the other side interfered with it, but now I'm gonna have to get used to opening my cabinet in a completely different way. And I hope that this foam stuff works well, but basically, I just like to do it over the seam. Weather stripping, that's what it is. This hook thing also came loose that I had like holding this wire down. So I'm going to try to put like a new adhesive on it. Well, I don't have the original type of adhesive that came with it. So technically this is not what you're supposed to do, but that's what we're doing today. We're making do with what we got, right? Hold it. Hopefully that does the trick. Down here, it just doesn't look good. But you also don't really see it when you're distracted by all the plants. So I used to have like electric tape over this whole thing, but it eventually came undone. But I wonder if I should try to do that again. When you look up close, it doesn't look great, but it's functional. And from a distance, it's wonderful. I think I'm gonna try to do the tape thing again. Oh, I just don't have any more of those little nice hooks to keep it in place. And I don't have the mental energy to worry about it and like order it and then come back to this. And yeah, I just want to get it done while we're here. And now, even though I know it's not technically the best way to do things, but it worked for 1.5 years, so I guess it just kind of works now. And again, you don't really notice it that much when you're actually looking head on at the cabinet. Just don't cringe too much, okay? I'm being vulnerable. She's ready for the plants. I don't know if I ever showed you guys, this is the newest leaf that this plant started putting out. Is that not so pretty? This is also another really nice one. Love it. And there you have it, guys. She's done. I'm so relieved to have this little project finished. And most of the plants in here are watered and fertilized, and we have new weather stripping, and it's clean. The fan isn't heaving because it's just loaded and clogged with dust. Like, we accomplished a lot today, and I'm quite pleased with that. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey that took approximately 3.5 hours, which was a lot more time than I was intending on spending on this. But like, hey, things like this take time, I guess. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. All those things are super helpful for my channel, and I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye!